What's up, legends? Welcome back to the Nexus. We're kicking things off with some massive news. A staggering 20% of international manufacturers have packed up and left the US in just the last year. We're talking about real companies, real jobs, and a huge economic shift that's shaking things up across the globe. Is America still the place to be for manufacturing? Next up, tensions are rising as the United States considers imposing sweeping sanctions against the International Criminal Court, or ICC. This drastic move comes in response to the ICC's investigations into alleged Israeli war crimes in Gaza. Could this cripple a global justice institution? We've got the details you need to understand this high-stakes diplomatic standoff. But it's not all conflict. We're also seeing a powerful push for peace as the international conference launches the New York Declaration, laying out a clear roadmap for the elusive two-state solution. With key players like Saudi Arabia and France leading the charge, could this finally be the breakthrough the Middle East has been waiting for? And finally, we're going inside a massive legal battle that could change how we all use the internet. Amazon is in court, accused by the FTC of trapping millions in Prime subscriptions using dark patterns. This isn't just about Amazon, it's about your subscriptions, your privacy, and the very design of online shopping. Stay tuned for all the explosive details and make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on. Manufacturers fleeing the US. Is America losing its manufacturing muscle? Reports show a stunning 20% of international manufacturers have exited the US market in the past year alone. This isn't just a small dip. It's a significant withdrawal driven by rising tariffs, economic uncertainty, and the sheer cost of doing business. America is now listed among the top countries firms are pulling back from, right alongside China and Russia. The ripple effect is hitting hard, with over half of US companies reporting serious revenue declines. Many are actively rerouting supply chains away from high-tariff zones to protect their bottom lines. But what does this exodus mean for the global economy and the future of trade? We've got the full breakdown. And speaking of global shifts, get ready for a potential shakeup in international law as the U.S. considers major sanctions against the ICC. U.S. threatens ICC with sanctions over Israeli war crimes probe. The United States is on the verge of a major diplomatic escalation, reportedly considering sweeping sanctions against the International Criminal Court, ICC, itself. This unprecedented move is a direct response to the ICC's ongoing investigations into alleged Israeli war crimes in Gaza. While the U.S. has previously targeted individual ICC officials, sanctioning the entire court would be a significant blow, potentially crippling its operations by affecting everything from staff salaries to essential banking and software access. Sources indicate that ICC officials have convened emergency meetings to assess the fallout, and staff have even received advanced salaries for the rest of 2025 as a precautionary measure. The U.S. State Department has stated that further measures will be taken if the ICC continues to assert jurisdiction over U.S. and Israeli personnel, accusing the court of posing a threat to national interests. This action comes as the ICC has indicted high-profile Israeli officials, including Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and the U.S. continues to voice strong opposition to the court's jurisdiction, particularly as neither Israel nor the U.S. are member states. This high-stakes geopolitical drama is unfolding rapidly, but while nations grapple with international law, a beacon of hope is emerging for peace in the Middle East. We're talking about a major new declaration aimed at finally achieving the two-state solution. New York Declaration ignites hope for two-state solution. In a pivotal moment for Middle East diplomacy, Saudi Arabia and France, co-chairs of a high-level international conference, have launched the New York Declaration, charting a clear path towards the two-state solution. Adopted with overwhelming support from 142 UN member states, this declaration signifies a renewed and robust international commitment to peace and stability. It emerges amidst the escalating humanitarian crisis in Gaza, offering a principled alternative to the cycle of violence. The declaration calls for immediate action, urging countries to implement concrete steps towards a Palestinian state living peacefully alongside Israel. Significantly, several nations, including Australia, Belgium, and the UK, have officially recognized the State of Palestine during the UN General Assembly. The declaration also prioritizes ending the war in Gaza, demanding a permanent ceasefire, hostage release, prisoner exchange, unimpeded humanitarian aid, and a full Israeli withdrawal. A temporary international mission for stabilization is also proposed, alongside enhanced support for Palestinian security forces. The commitment to unifying Gaza and the West Bank under a reformed Palestinian Authority, which has begun implementing crucial reforms like canceling prisoner allowance payments and committing to democratic elections, is central to this new roadmap. The declaration strongly urges Israel to seize this opportunity, halt settlement activities, and abandon annexation plans, warning of severe consequences if these unilateral actions continue. This declaration represents a significant international consensus for peace. But on the digital front, a different kind of battle is raging, one that impacts millions of online shoppers. We're diving into the courtroom drama surrounding Amazon and its Prime subscriptions. Amazon accused of trapping millions in Prime subscriptions. Is your Amazon Prime subscription a genuine choice or a clever trap? That's the question at the heart of a major trial in Seattle, where the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, FTC, is suing Amazon. The FTC alleges that the e-commerce giant uses deceptive, dark patterns in its interface to trick millions of customers into signing up for Prime, often without their full understanding. Shoppers who intend to make a one-time purchase might click a prominent Continue button, only to later discover they've been enrolled in a recurring subscription. Adding fuel to the fire, the FTC claims that canceling Prime is an intentionally convoluted process, internally nicknamed Iliad, requiring multiple steps and repeated attempts to dissuade the customer. A judge has already ruled that Amazon violated the Restore Online Shoppers Confidence Act by collecting payment details before clearly presenting the terms, and 2 senior executives could face personal liability. Amazon maintains its innocence, asserting that disclosures are clear and cancellations are straightforward through various channels. This case has far-reaching implications, potentially reshaping subscription practices across the internet and serving as a critical warning to consumers worldwide about the fine line between user-friendly design and outright deception. This legal battle could redefine online consumer rights. And that brings us to the end of today's news roundup, but we've got a quick recap and a big call to action coming up right after this. And that's a wrap on today's Legends Nexus. We saw international manufacturers exiting the U.S. market, the U.S. considering sanctions against the ICC, a powerful push for the two-state solution with the New York Declaration, and Amazon facing a huge lawsuit over its Prime subscription tactics. Don't miss out on any of these developing stories. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, drop a like if you found this valuable, leave a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social channels for more exclusive content.